live on Facebook. So what you would do is you would go to your phone now. So pick up your phone and then you're actually going to share it. Hey, everybody. We're on with Elise. She does this amazing podcast called Life Hacks with Elise on her YouTube channel. You could totally check it out. She's had some amazing guests so far, but she's going to be doing some pop ups every now and again with just some mental health tips about how to live a better, more fulfilled life. We're so excited about that. Um, and so this is her tutorial on how to go live with Restream. Elise, say hello to your people.
Hi. I am sitting here trying to figure out how to share it. So as you can see, this is the life of a therapist who knows nothing about technology.
so, so basically, you're going to go to your Elise Rodriguez page and you will see the two of us on there. And then,
Okay, I see it.
yeah,
I see it on Elise Rodriguez LMFT.
exactly. So now what you're going to do is click that share. And then two options should come up. It should say write post or copy link. You want to click the right post because now this is going to take it over to your personal page.
Okay, on the top where it says say something about this.
Yes. And
Okay.
so it should be going to your now make sure it's the profile picture for your personal page and that you're not just sharing it to the Elise Rodriguez page.
It is, but it's actually the same logo. I don't have a different logo
You
for
don't have
my
you have the same thing for your personal as well as the
Yeah,
page.
that probably needs to be changed.
No, but yeah, so that you can at least know the difference, so that you
Right.
know you're sharing it to actual um your actual personal page. So
Exactly.
let me say good morning. Now for me, it is it's still morning because it's 11 o'clock. So you click share and you click write post, but then you should also be able to, once you get it on your private page, you should be able to share it to your groups, which is another way that you can build engagement when you go live. Because the goal is to actually have people on here chatting with you, right?
Right. Right.
Okay, so from your personal page, now I'm going to try to share this because I have access to your stuff. I have to change how I share, but you're going to share it to your personal page and then share it to the various groups that you're in. So when you go to your personal page and click share again, it should give you the option to share to groups. And then it should list all of the groups that you're a part of.
So go to my personal page.
Hmm. Do you see it on your personal page playing?
Let me get to my personal page because right now, again, the life of a person who has no idea what she's doing. So something as simple as, where is my personal page? It's being slow to pull up all of my name. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's being really slow. See this? It's kind of blank. It
No
should be.
problem. So sometimes even if you have to, copy the link to your personal page and then go to your personal page and do it, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
So like right now, I just copied it to my personal page. And so I'm going to open it up and then you can share it to your groups. And just let me
My
know
phone
that.
is being excessively bizarre right now. I know how to do this, and it does not want to pull up anything on my phone.
Sometimes it helps to have a good internet connection too.
Yeah, I'm thinking that my internet connection. Oh, that's because my phone is trying to pull from the extension.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like my laptop was. So
It
it's
might work better for your data too. And then, of course, while we're on, we have the option of changing our screen to make it visually interesting for the folks. I'll let you keep doing that while you're trying to share.
okay.
And then also, some of the things that you can do to get engagement is just to start clicking those hearts and those likes, because the people, once you put it on your page, they see that there's activity and they're like, oh, Elise just reacted to this live stream video, right? That's the way notifications get generated on your timeline.
Okay. So now I've got it. Finally, it was on the wrong internet.
No problem.
So what am I doing?
So now
Oh,
you're going to your personal page
yes.
and you're sharing to your various groups. So when you open the video from your personal page and click share, it should give you the option of all the groups that you're in, and it's got a little share next to them, and all you got to do is click share.
Okay. I will do that.
And we've got three folks on. Hey, family, good morning. Welcome to Life Hacks with Elise. We're figuring out how to go live with Restream.
Because I am going to be doing live pop-ups
Hmm.
in the near future here on
Yeah.
tips and tricks, articles I've read, just quick things. So we are learning how to do this. I appreciate you guys coming on.
You've also had some amazing guest speakers. I really, really loved. Um, oh, who was it? Oh, I know his name. Narrative therapy guy,
Oh, it was that's Anthony Parham.
Anthony Parham. He's amazing. I know that you are typically a cognitive behavioral therapist. That is kind of what I like to ascribe to, because for me, it goes to that, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It corresponds with that. But then I loved how he was talking about narrative therapy and being able to rewrite your story and rewrite those memories. It was so cool. It's something I'd like to get into. And you had a really great guest, Corey, who
Yes.
was talking about sex addiction.
Mhm.
And I think the church doesn't do enough talking about sex. I think we've forgotten that God invented sex. So he was an amazing guest as well. And people can go and check out that information on your YouTube channel.
Yes. And in the future, I have somebody who's going to talk about divorce, recovering from divorce.
Mm-hmm.
These are some other people that I want to have on because I think that's also common in the church. And, being somebody that's in the church and divorce, what does that mean for them in recovery and also divorce proofing your marriage?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so I'm really excited about that. But I'm excited about this too, is doing these pop ups and just bringing some basic information throughout the day, different days. Um, so I'm glad to be learning this. So tell me, how are you changing these backgrounds?
That's what we were about to do. So while you're talking on camera, nobody needs to know that you're the one changing all of the information on the screen. But you'll notice to the right, you see where it says chat, caption, and graphics. So if you hit the chat, that's where you will see the comments that people are making as they come in. So that's why it's really important for you to tell everybody, hey, family, come on in, tag, say hello, because as soon as they start making comments, so if you go to your phone and you just start typing in a bunch of comments, that's going to also bring in an audience, because what they see in the algorithm is that people are responding. So just you say, good morning, everybody. Go ahead and type in the chat what city you're watching from. And I say, hey, this is Dana from Atlanta.
So I
Uh,
just did that, but I don't see it popping up. Does it take a
mhm.
minute?
So over in the chat on your screen, you can see all of my comments, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you're going to put them in. So this is what I want you to do now. You see over in the chat section,
Yes.
okay, and do you see where it says my comment, hey, this is Dana Tyler in Atlanta, hover over that with your mouse and click it.
Oh,
Woo! Right? And
beautiful.
notice that also over that same comment, it says, show want to hide that
Yes.
comment, go ahead and click hide. And that removes it from the screen. Now, what you can typically do is move from comment to comment to comment just by clicking show or hide.
Perfect.
Now, for those of you who are watching on my timeline, this is my favorite client, Elise Rodriguez. She is a licensed marriage and family therapist. We may even be using her very soon for our KCU retreats because she specializes in something called EMDR. Now, I cannot even tell you what those initials stand for. Elise, what do they stand for? I just know that it is a really cool therapy that uses stimulus to literally reprogram your brain from associating negative thoughts with something that's happened in your past. So tell us what those initials are and tell us how it works.
So it's eye movement desensitization reprocessing. And the reason why it was called eye movement desensitization in the first place, so the first two words, eye movement, is because they used to do this all the time.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they were doing this, then you were moving your eyes back and forth. And what that does is it stimulates the left and right side of the brain. Now they know that you can tap on the knees or you can hold electronic pulsars that go left, right, left, right. Now, what's the
Okay.
reason for that? Because it stimulates both sides of the brain, because
Mm-hmm.
the logical side of the brain is on the left side and
Okay.
the creative memories are stored on the right side, right?
Okay.
So people always know, like, I'm a right brain person, I'm just really creative, right? And other people will say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a left brain person, I'm very logical. Well, there's a lot of sense to that. So that means that trauma is being held really in that right side of the brain.
Isn't that interesting?
So when we're processing, doing left right stimulation, we're stimulating both of them so that they're rapidly communicating. We're
Okay.
taking you through the memories. And then when we get back up to so it goes through all the emotions, the body sensations, the thoughts, the pictures. And then when it comes up, your logical brain will start to be like, oh, wait, like, let's just say a car accident, right? I'm dying. I'm about to die. I see myself flipping upside down. I can feel
Yeah.
it. My head's being jerked around. This is what we're going through. And then all of a sudden it says, well, but what happened at the end? I got out. I got safe. I was safe. I was okay. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Let's take that thought process. I'm safe. I'm okay. And let's pair it with the picture that you had in the beginning, right? The
Mm-hmm.
original. What that does is whatever fires together wires together. So it immediately creates a new neuron in the brain that says, oh, when I look at this picture, what I see is I'm safe. So it's
God.
reprocess the memory in your body on a very, very quick
Yeah.
2 second.
I like what you said because about it, those memories being stored in the creative side of your brain. Because I'm one of those people who tends to hyper, make things bigger than they are because of my creativity, right? So it makes sense that we would store dramatic and traumatic things in the creative side of our brain. And I've noticed that too. A lot of the people who are typically kind of really creative are the ones who have experienced a lot of trauma.
Yeah, and the other piece is because, well, yes, because people creative are very picture oriented, so they can
Hmm.
really play a picture. But the other piece is that as a natural instinct, what God has given us, okay, and we'll say
Mm.
it that way, is that when we go into instinct, so when we're in danger, we are immediately going into our instinctual part of our brain, the animal part of our brain, right?
Hmm.
It goes by instinct. What that means is that the Broca center or the language center shuts down so that you can operate by instinct.
Mm.
So so it's not lodging in as a logical story. It's lodging in as pictures and images and
Yeah.
scents, and smells, which is that right side of the brain.
Feeling. Yeah.
So
Oh,
the left
okay.
side of your brain is like, you know what? I know that that car just backfired. I know it was just a backfiring car. And the right side of the brain goes, I don't care, duck. Okay, without your
Yeah.
approval. Okay, like you're not
Sure.
giving it permission to be triggered. Okay, So then
Gotcha.
you have this problem that occurs in that you start beating yourself up because you wonder what's wrong with me. Because I
Mhm.
know better. I shouldn't be responding this way. Like I know this man is safe. He's not my ex-husband who beat me.
Mhm.
Safe.
Mm.
He makes a particular move, I flinch and that makes him feel bad. But the left
Right.
side of my brain says, that's not right. This man has never put his hands on me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the right side of your brain is like, I don't care, right?
Sure.
Also, we can't tell a coherent story when there's been trauma, you know. So
Gotcha.
that's the other piece is because it's not going in with language.
I
Hey,
see.
Tish, welcome. Oh, you're telling people. Anyway, you're showing me how. There you go. Uh,
Mhm.
so that's the interesting piece is that, you know, people don't recognize and realize that. They just think like I should be over this by now, quote unquote.
Right, right, and
Never.
that's another thing too that, I was having that discussion with, a friend of mine, is that, yes, we absolutely believe in prayer, fasting, you know, all of those other spiritual components, but sometimes we need another element to process things practically. You know, it's one of the things that we talk about all the time. I'm so sick of hearing, "Holiness is right." Okay, but what does that really mean? What does that look like? How do I tangibly access this thing called holiness that you keep telling me is right? And you know, all that stuff. So I love that there is something practical that you can assign to the spiritual. Plus, we're looking at this from a biblical worldview. We're looking at this from a Christian spiritual perspective, but you're giving us practical application to it. I like that. So the other thing that you saw me doing, and I'm going to show you how to do it on your phone, is from your page or from even your personal.
But here's the thing, I made comments on my page, but it didn't pop up here. Am I commenting on the wrong place? Why
Probably,
are my comments not popping up on here?
because the comments that show up on here come from your, actual page. So it comes from the view. So you have to open it up from your page, either Beauty for Ashes or from Elise Rodriguez, and then you'll be able to, see those comments. And sometimes, you know, technology is just fickle. But so in order to
I'll
tag
make a
people's names,
comment.
tag your friends, you use the at sign. And as soon as you put the at sign in the comments section, it'll give you a list of
Oh,
friends. So you just start adding them in, and there you go. There is your comment. So you'll just show that comment.
okay. So then you said to do what you just did. Sorry, I'm
Mhm.
one
So
step behind you.
do
So
the at
then,
sign and then enter the first name that pops in. Because that also brings people into, when it sees a lot of comments, when it sees a lot of tagging, that again
okay.
brings interest or gets it flowing in your algorithm and gets it on your timeline. So now your people can see, hey, Elise is live and she's talking about this thing called EMDR therapy, which is amazing. And and then she's also talking about her amazing business, Beauty for Ashes Transformation Center, where she is hiring a team. We have
Hey.
a team of amazing, associate therapists, one of
Yeah.
whom also specializes in EMDR, or she's getting more training with it, right?
Yep. She's been trained in EMDR, and so she's going farther in her training. But yes, she
Mhm,
does. And I have two that do emotionally focused therapy for couples.
mhm.
One that specializes in adolescence. So we have a wide range. So, you know, we see adolescents to 99-year-olds, 100-year-olds
Wow.
if they want to come. But
Yeah.
so with, you know, history of depression, anxiety, PTSD, couples
Yeah.
issues, conflict, whatever,
Right.
parenting skills, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it's pretty exciting because we have a team of 4 people, and now four of us, so we can reach the community even more.
Mhm. And
And
you are based in
San Diego,
San
California, in the
Diego,
Mission
lovely
Valley,
San
more
Diego.
specifically. Hmm?
I said lovely San Diego.
Yes, for both in person and online. So we
Mm,
can go all the way up the coast of California, seeing anybody that's even out of not out of state, but we
okay.
can see people that are out of the city. if they want to be online. So we're not limited to just people who can come into the office.
Yeah.
It's really personalized. If you want to be in person, you can come. If you don't, you don't. So I have some people who want to be in person and they drive an hour and a half to see us.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are you noticing an incline in people who are willing to come to therapy? Because, for a while with Christians, it's kind of been stigmatized, but I think we're opening up to more, Christ and the couch, the cross and the couch. Are you noticing that?
I am actually. I'm seeing more of an opening. Churches are becoming more aware. I think there was an awakening of the church when they saw, because with COVID, the lockdowns really brought out what was inside of people.
Mm-hmm.
It really, somebody who already had some anxiety went into more severe anxiety. Somebody
Yeah.
who already had OCD, their OCD got worse, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
depression because of the isolation. Sorry, husband leaving.
Bye,
Yeah.
John. You could not have told me your husband's name was not John.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm like,
Martin.
so
Martin
after working with
Martine.
Dana for a very long time, she thought your name was John. For those of you on Facebook, his name is Marty. She just got a little confused.
Yes.
So churches began to see the reality. Some churches are starting to wake up to the reality of the impact of depression and anxiety, and that their limitations. Because I do believe that the church is a first responding agent, because people come into them first.
Sure.
But a church's responsibility is to assess.
Yes.
And if they cannot help because it's beyond their scope, to recognize that, admit that, and refer them to a therapist.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So,
and you have all Christian therapists.
They're all Christians, but we work with everybody. We're not
Right.
limited to Christians. You don't have to be a Christian to come see us, but all of our therapists. One is probably more geared towards spiritual. So those people that say I'm spiritual, we have one that's just for them, right?
Okay.
The other two are, but we're all, we don't limit ourselves. We don't only see Christian
Right.
clients. We're just our we are there for people who are Christians, because they usually will be looking for somebody that shares their faith.
Right.
But really, we're more operating from a specific standpoint of, everybody is a child of God and everybody should receive healing. So we meet the client where they're at.
I love it.
And that's what we do. So so we have we have people from all walks of life, all different value systems, belief systems, and we just sit with them where they're at, because our goal is to help you get from depressed to a healthy life, and for us not to tell you what that healthy life looks like. Right. Specifically, we call ourselves a Christian counseling center, mainly so that those that are Christians who are really more timid about going can combine that and know that they can walk in and express their faith and their beliefs in a way that feels comfortable with somebody who can answer that question for them. Because a lot of people that are Christians that have experienced, they have an extra layer. Because if you're a Christian and you experience trauma, your extra layer is, where was God, and does God love me?
Sure.
Right. And so being able to process that with somebody who also has a faith system and has been through life and experienced the ups and downs, because we all have. I've experienced death, depression, right? I've experienced all of life's journeys, and yet still walk with him. I can be there and sit with them in that place and say, it's okay to question, is there a God, because of what you went through, right?
Like it.
But if I have somebody walk into my office that's a Buddhist, I'm not trying to, convert them. That's not my role. But they're, or they practice some Buddhist things. They like meditation. I help them incorporate whatever that is into their strengths so that they can become healthy, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because to me, that's all of being Christ-like, is that he went in with sinners, and he went in with, he went in with everybody. Okay.
Right.
He didn't just put himself in a little plastic bubble. Okay?
Yeah. Otherwise, we would not have the gospel.
Right.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be saved. Yeah.
So we're not in a bubble.
Yeah.
So, all of my therapists know about Christianity, have walked
Mhm.
in Christianity. One has more practices that I think are more spiritually led. She's on her own journey and can help people with
Mhm.
that. And
Gotcha.
two of them are very more strongly Christian in
Mhm.
nature. So when I'm people are coming to me and they're calling me, I'm assessing for that. What do they need? And that helps me because I can send, if they come and they say they need an adolescent, I know who to send them to. If they're looking
Mhm.
for a deer, I can send them to one. If specifically they're saying I need somebody who's a really strong Christian, because I have people that call me up and like, are you a true Christian? No,
Yeah.
they ask me like 100 times, really a Christian? Like really a Christian? Like, I don't know how to answer that, but yes, I'm trying to answer you. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I know how to filter them out,
Sure.
right? If somebody is saying this is not really a strong need for mine, I can send them to anybody. Like, that's not
Mhm.
something. So yes.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of the balance of the system, is that they all know that we are targeting and working with the population that seems to be the most hesitant about coming in, right?
Sure.
But
Yeah.
and can work with them. But we're all open. I don't shut myself down.
Yeah.
It's
Gotcha.
whatever. A human is a human, and all
A
humans
human is a human, and we all need help.
and we all
Okay,
need
so
help, and we all need to know that we matter and that we're loved, and that's all that
yeah,
matters.
absolutely. So now let's get to the second part of your tutorial. You
Okay.
asked about how to change the graphics. So you'll notice that you have chat, captions, and graphics to the right of your screen. So if
Yes.
you click on captions, that's where you will see all of the little things to add at the bottom of the screen, like follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, welcome to Life Hacks. Choose one of those and add, because those are your lower thirds. There you go. This is how you can follow. Follow her on Instagram at beautyforashes_TC. Then if you move over to that tab that says graphics, that's where you're actually able to change the overlay. So go ahead and change our overlay. Oh, that's a lovely green overlay.
It
And if
balances out my blue background. You also have blue in your background. There you go.
I do. And if we wanted to change it to the blue background, we could do that as well. Oh,
Oh.
isn't that lovely? Now, you'll notice down at the bottom where it says video clips. Typically, when you start your lives, you'll immediately click that video clip, but go ahead and click it right now just to see what happens. Now, I'm not going to let it play all the way through, but you would typically use that at the beginning in order to help build your audience. So that when that video is playing, that's when you have the chance to pick up your phone, share it to your timeline, tag like 5 people yourself, get some people in the room. And then when the video has stopped, that's when you address your audience and start engaging them as well. And you can also insert video clips. So if you had a 30-second clip that you wanted your people to see, you'd like, hey, I found this amazing video. Check this out and let's have a discussion about it. So there's so many different ways you can do this pop-up. You can, make it interesting.
Perfect.
Yeah. Do you feel good?
So I would hit this add button and then upload something that I already have or
Mhm.
find it.
So anything that you wanted to do.
That day before I went live, I could click the
Mhm.
add button. It would let me search like YouTube, for example, or would I
Mhm.
already have to have the YouTube up?
So you'll have to download it as an MP4.
Okay.
So you can only upload NPRs. So if you found a clip on YouTube that you like, most of them you're able to download, shorten it, edit it down to a condensed version. I believe that you can add a 10-minute video, but nobody wants to sit on your live and watch a 10-minute video. So whatever video you decide to have, make it 60 seconds or whatever.
Got
Yeah, 2 minutes
it.
plus, 'cause they could have watched it on YouTube if that's what they wanted to do.
I get it. All
Yeah.
right. I think I've got this. It's pretty
Mhm.
self-explanatory. Chat,
And then
caption,
once you're
graphics.
done, Yeah, when you're done, you say, hey, everybody, thanks for joining us. I'll see you next time. Remember to subscribe, share with a friend, blah, blah, blah. And then you hit the end stream. But make sure you smile the whole time that you're doing it until you have made sure that it's off. So go ahead and click the end stream. We're going to sign